Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel.
What's
Bert and Lanny.
together? What?
What's up, brother?
Boom, how's it going? Nice to the gang to be back together for a video.
The boys are back.
Yeah, boom.
Wolfpack style, let's go. Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. This is Bert the Herd over here.
There's a big L over here.
And the Diplomats are back, and we're here to talk to you about the big dividend increases from this past week of April 12th.
All right, everyone, smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up for this video. We want to continue bringing you dividend news, dividend increases, dividend stock analyses, anything about dividend stock you are going to find on this channel. So this week was particularly exciting. If you haven't noticed, it's been a pretty dry spell for dividend increases. We haven't had a dividend increase video for a few weeks now because there just haven't been any. But man, did that change this week, right, Lanny?
Though the market's been quiet, this week came roaring back with dividend increases for those dividend investors out there. And Bert, we have some big companies here we're here to talk about. And, you know, again, dividend growth is a huge piece to being a dividend growth investor. Why does DGR matter?
DGR matters because we are looking to build a passive income stream to cover our expenses and achieve financial freedom. A key piece of this is growth. We want to see our income grow over time to outpace inflation and just see our purchasing power continue to rise. So we are always looking for dividend growth in our investments to make sure that that income stream does not lose value over time.
So these four companies we're here to bring you are four names you probably have already heard of. You probably own some of their products. One name you may not have even heard of though, and I wanted to really bring this onto the list because, hey, they may even be an undervalued dividend stock to buy right now in an all-time high stock market.
That's perfect, Lanny. And yeah, we know it's hard to find investments today. And a bunch of these we already covered in our video earlier in the month discussing some of the expected dividend increases in April. And these companies sure delivered the result. And we are pumped up to start talking to you about these dividend increases. Lanny, do you want to do the honors and kick off this first one?
All right, we're going to kick it off. Again, we're going to go through four dividend stocks that increased their dividend between April 12th and April 16th. We'll throw in different metrics such as the dividend yield, what the growth rate was, how long they've been increasing the dividend, and what that 5-year average dividend growth rate is, because we want to see if it's on par with what they've historically done. And hey, some of these stocks, like I said, could be a dividend stock to buy or someone to add to your dividend stock watch list. So without further ado, the first stock that we are here to talk about, though they weren't the first one to increase their dividend during the week, but it's Costco Wholesale Corporation, ticker symbol COST. And Bert, what was Costco's big dividend news this week?
Their big dividend news was that they increased their dividend 12.9%. Increase that quarterly dividend from 70 cents to 79 cents. Here is what is so freaking exciting about Costco. This is the 16th consecutive year that they have increased that dividend. Their 5-year average dividend growth rate is now 12%. So this is exceeding that already high growth rate. But what isn't interesting here is what does that not factor into the 5-year average dividend growth rate, Lenny? What happened earlier in the year at the end of 2020, I should say?
A massive special dividend. Costco is known for their one time per year special dividend. And last year they spent, what was it?
I think it's $10 a share.
It was massive. And I think it cost billions to send out that dividend. So this is on top of that special dividend. We don't factor in special dividends in that dividend yield or even in the expectation because special dividends
are special.
They're special. They're special, like Bert.
Yeah.
Bert's a special kid. He's a special little guy.
Oh, thanks, Lanny. That's too kind of you to say. But so think of that. You just got a 12.9% increase in your regular dividend, and you just received a $10 per share special dividend. How freaking exciting is that for Costco investors?
And for those that want to know about Costco stock, you know, currently they're trading well over $370 per share right now. It sounds like a lot. You know, the yield is actually below 1% at 0.9%. Obviously, you have to love that double-digit growth rate, though.
It's exactly what you want to see for a low-yielding stock. If you're going to see something with the yield below the S&P 500, that dividend growth rate better be high, and that's exactly what Costco did for us.
It's a good combination. You know, they have a small or low dividend payout ratio at only about 31% based on forward earning expectations. So again, plenty of room to deliver special dividends and future dividend increases.
Fantastic. Moving into stock number 2, we're going to go with one of our top 5 foundation dividend stocks for your portfolio. And on top of that, this company is a dividend king, which is a company that has increased its dividend for 50 plus consecutive years. That's right, you guessed it, this company, Procter Gamble, ticker symbol PG. Lanny, tell us about this increase from Procter Gamble.
Procter Gamble, ticker symbol PG. And we all know and love Procter Gamble, the Crest products, Oral-B. We all have them in our cupboards up in our bathroom, in the cabinet. I know I just went out and bought 3 more because there was a sale at Walgreens, ticker symbol WBA. 3 packs of Crest toothpaste, supporting that stock. Because Bert, that stock just supported us by doing what?
They announced a massive, massive dividend increase here. And why are we saying this? I'm going to tell you about the actual increase in a second. Going into the month, their 5-year average dividend growth rate was 3.6%. Last year, they increased their dividend 6% here when they were going in the heart of the pandemic. So what did they do this year? Why were Lanny and I so freaking pumped up? They announced a 10% dividend increase. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10% increase in that dividend.
Macaulay Culkin, where you at?
Yeah, so that is huge, everybody, huge. And that was their 67th consecutive dividend increase right there. That is why we love this company. If you want to talk about one stock that was primed to benefit from a pandemic, it was going to be Procter & Gamble, because you still need their products. You still need the Crest, as Lanny said earlier. That's why we love this company, and so many long-term dividend growth investors do, right?
Exactly, and I mean, Procter Gamble, again, as Bert was saying, they're a dividend king, crowning them with over 67 plus years of increases, currently yielding 2.54%, so above the average S&P 500 yield of about 1.6%.
Yeah.
On top of that, their current payout ratio is only 61%, a little bit above on the top range, but still room to keep going with the dividend increases.
Yeah, with this increase, maybe, Lanny, this might be a video that we have coming up in the pipeline soon in the next couple of weeks. Is Procter Gamble a dividend stock to buy? Let's take a look, maybe in the future. I think that'd be a cool video.
Is Procter better than J&J?
Battle Royale, Hogan, Macho Man.
You're on, brother.
All right, stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, people, because that video will be hitting our YouTube channel live.
All right, Bert, so dividend stock number 3. It's probably found in many of your devices, right?
Yeah.
Your computers, phones, maybe tablets. Who is this company?
Qualcomm, ticker symbol QCOM. Almost struggled there with that one. Their dividend increase was 4.6%. They increased that quarterly dividend from 65 cents to 68 cents per share. They've now increased that dividend for 10 plus years.
Wow,
so they are
double digits.
Yeah, that's huge. They're on their way to becoming a dividend aristocrat. Because guess what? You can't become a dividend aristocrat and increase that dividend for 25 plus years without starting somewhere. So getting double digits is massive.
So a 4.6% increase from 65 cents to 68 cents, rewarding you shareholders. 5-year dividend growth rate on average is over 6%.
Huge.
So this was slightly below, their 5-year average. You also get a 2% dividend yield from Qualcomm, so not too bad on the yield front, better than the S&P 500, but the growth rate's a little low.
Yeah, at least this year it was, but it still beats inflation, and that's what we're ultimately looking for when we're looking at dividend growth stocks. Will you outpace the increase in costs? So Qualcomm does check a lot of those boxes like the other companies we've discussed so far.
The greatest thing about Qualcomm has got to be their payout ratio. It is so low right now, it's not even funny. In fact, their payout ratio based on forward earnings is roughly 37%, so a little bit higher than Costco, but still well below Procter Gamble.
Yeah, but their yield's also higher than Costco as well, so that's where you pick it up, and there's still plenty of room to keep growing that dividend going forward.
And they're in the tech industry, so it's always nice to see a little bit of a dividend growth from that side of the fence.
Absolutely. Number 4, Lanny, I think you should take this away because this was your gem that you found this week, and you told me about it, so I don't want to disappoint.
So the 4th company, surprise hitter right now out of all the other 3, because those are well-known names. The 4th company is VALU, ticker symbol VALU. And they're a research investment firm, really dealing with exactly what we do, research investments. And they're based in New York City. They've been here for almost 100 years. And VALU came in with a nice 5% dividend increase. And they've been increasing that dividend, kind of year after year. And it's, been going on for quite some time now, at least 5+ years.
Huge. That's huge. Then with that now, their 5-year average dividend growth rate with that is 7% as well. So a little bit below, but I would say that's right in line with their average. Considering 7% an average, it's in the right ballpark.
It's close. You know, almost a 3% yield you'll get with Value Line, almost 2 times the S&P 500. The best one on this list out of the 4 companies to increase their dividend. So you can't really go wrong with 2.9%.
No.
I mean, anything you want to add about Value Line?
No, I think it's also a company we should be taking a look at to see if it's an undervalued dividend stock to buy, because why not? We want to turn over every stone to grow our portfolios and grow our passive income. 3% yield, 5% growth rate this last year. Bada bing, bada boom. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, Italian, and you know, we got Bert over here. Yeah. So to give you a summary of the 4 dividend stocks to increase their dividend this past week, first was Costco at 12.9%. Second was Procter Gamble at a blistering 10%, blowing any expectation out of the water. I know it beat yours, beat mine.
Yeah, I was shocked by it. Qualcomm with that 4.6% increase, and then to head home here, Value Line with a 5% dividend increase, all above the yield and the rate of inflation. Fantastic. And out of this list, I own one. I only own Procter & Gamble.
I own one too, PG.
Hey, that's it, but we have some research to do, because there are some gems this week, and as you heard in this video.
Take a look at Value Line.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's see. We have that coming up. Maybe a video, throw that in there. We also have Procter Gamble versus J&J coming in the pipeline now.
Battle of the 2 dividend kings. Who comes out on top?
Yeah, so obviously these were 4, but there are more dividend increases that came out in the last week. We can't cover them all. Let us know what other dividend increases you've received lately that weren't featured in this video. Leave them in the comments section.
And how many dividend stocks are on this list do you own? Do you beat the 1? Do you own 2 or 3 or 4? Or none? Let us know in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, give this video a thumbs up. The boys are back, baby. That is Bertha Hurt.
Yeah.
And this is Big L from the Dividend Diplomats.
Over and out.